Hello student, today again we will see the numerical for shear stress distribution for unsymmetrical beam. Now in this case the given beam it is a T beam, and for this the shear force value is given. The value of shear force it is 50 kilonewton, which is 50 into 10 raised to power 3 Newton. Okay, now we need to draw a shear stress distribution diagram for this beam. So first of all we don't know the neutral axis for this beam. So first of all we will locate the neutral axis. And how to locate a neutral axis we have seen in case of bending stress distribution also. We will find it as y is equals to a1 y1 plus a2 y2 upon a1 plus a2. Okay, now in this case we will take one reference at the bottom of our beam or at the bottom layer of our beam, and we divide this section or this beam into two areas. This is first element and this is our second element. So for first element area it will be area of this particular section, it is 100 into 20, 100 into 20. Okay, now next if you want to find out the value of y1 and y2, that can also be find out. Now what is y1 and y2? Y1 is the distance of center of gravity of our first element from the reference. Okay, so if this is the center of gravity for our beam, so which means that this distance will be y1, and which is equal to, what is the value of y1 now? This is 100. This will be d by 2, so 20 by 2 will be 10, so it will be 110 mm. This is y1. And second y2 is the distance of center of gravity of our second element from reference. So if the center of gravity lies here for our second element, then this distance will be y2, and this y2 will be, depth is 100 divided by 2, so which is 50 mm. So this is the value of y2. Okay, so y is equals to a1, area of first element, which is 100 into 20, y1 it is 110 plus a2 is the area of second element, which is again 100 into 20. Okay, y2 it is 50 multiplied by 50 divided by area of first element, that is 100 into 20, plus area of second element, that is 100 into 20. Okay, if you solve this, then the value of y will be, after solving this you will get the value of y is equals to 80 mm. I can say that this will be yt also. Okay, so if I locate the neutral axis, then the neutral axis for my this section or for T beam will be at a distance of 80 mm. This will be yt, and it is at a distance of 80 mm from reference or from the bottom, and the remaining, that is yc, the value of yc will be, it will be this complete distance minus yt, so 100 plus 20, 120 minus yt, that is 80, so it is of 40 mm. So remaining distance it is of 40 mm. So here this is yc. Okay, so we have find the location of neutral axis for our given T beam. Now next is to find out the value of moment of inertia. So I for this case will be Ixx plus a into y1 bar square plus Ixx2 plus a into y2 bar square. Okay, now what is y1 bar and y2 bar? y1 bar is the distance of center of gravity of our first element from neutral axis, and y2 bar it is the distance of center of gravity of our second element from neutral axis. Okay, so how to find y1 bar? Now this y1 bar will be is equal to y1 is distance of center of gravity of our first element from neutral axis. So this is our neutral axis. So we require this distance will be y1 bar. So y1 bar, so it will be yc minus this distance. So yc minus this distance will be d by 2 will be 10 is equal to, what is the value of yc? Yc is 40. So this became 40 minus 10, which is equals to 30 mm. Similarly, if we find out the value of y2 bar, so y2 bar is again distance of center of gravity of our second element from neutral axis. This is our neutral axis. So distance of center of gravity from neutral axis, this will be y2 bar. So therefore this complete distance is yt is of 80 mm minus this distance, it will be 50. So in this case the value of our y2 bar will be 80 minus 50. It is 80 minus 50, so which is of again 30 mm. Let me check. y2 bar we required, so it is complete distance yt minus, yes, so it is 30 mm. Okay, so next again put the value. So I formula will be d1 cube upon 12 plus area of first element into y1 bar square plus b1 b2 d2 cube by 12 plus a2 into y2 bar square. So put the value. What is the, for first case width it is 100, so it is 100 into depth, value of depth it is 20 cube divided by 12 plus area, it is 100 into 20. What is the value of y bar? Y bar it is 30 square plus, what is the width in second case? It is 20 into depth, it is 100 cube divided by 12 plus 20 into 100 into 30 cube, sorry 30 square, so which is equal to, if you solve this you will get the value as 5.3 into 10 raised to power 6. 5.33 into 10 raised to power 6 mm raised to the power 4. Okay, so we have find out the value of moment of inertia also. Now what is our formula to find out shear stress? Shear stress is tau, say I am the boss. Okay, so tau is equals to S into A into Y upon IB. So we know the value of shear. Area we will find at which location we need to find. Y bar is the distance of center of gravity of that area from neutral axis. I we have find, and width. So starting, now we know that at the uppermost and at the bottom the value of shear stress is 0. So starting we will find the value at this particular junction of our flange and wave. So shear stress at junction. So we will find out the value of shear stress at junction. At junction means when the flange and wave they are connected to each other, at that one we need to find out the shear stress at one location where the bottommost layer of flange and topmost layer of wave. So at first of all for flange, again our formula is tau is equals to S into A into Y bar upon now we are considering this area. Okay, so as we know the value of shear force it is 50 into 10 raised to power 3. Area, we need to consider this area. So this area will be multiplied 100 multiplied by 20. What is the value of y bar? Again, y bar is the distance of center of gravity of our shaded portion from neutral axis. So this distance become the y bar here, and this y bar will be, it is nothing but, we have this value as 30 because we have find out the value of see, this y1 bar, this distance is nothing but y1 bar, so this became 30. So into 30 divided by moment of inertia 5.33 into 10 raised to power 6. Now most important point here, we need to consider width. Width means for we are considering for flange. So for flange the width will be 100. So multiplied by 100. So if you solve this, so for flange the value of shear stress will be 5.625 Newton per mm square. So first we have find out the value at junction, and in that we have first of all find out the value for the flange. Now for wave, again formula will be same. Tau is equals to S into y bar upon IB is equal to the value of shear force, it is 50 into 10 raised to the power 3. Area will be same, that is 100 into 20. Y bar, it is also same, it will be 30 upon moment of inertia 5.33 into 10 raised to power 6. Now multiplied by, now for weight we need to consider this weight, and this weight it is of 20 mm, so which is 20 mm. So now in this case the value of shear stress will be 28.125. It is 28.125 Newton per mm square. So this is how we have find out the value of shear stress at the junction of flange and wave. Okay. Now we need to find out the value of shear stress at neutral axis. So shear stress at neutral axis will be, so if you want to find out the shear stress at neutral axis, then you can consider the area above neutral axis, or you can consider the area below the neutral axis. If you considering the area above the neutral axis, then you need to consider this as one element and this small rectangle as second element. Or if you want to simplify it, you can simply consider this portion 1 and you can find the shear stress value. If you are considering upper portion, you will get the same value, and if you are considering the lower portion, again you will get the same value. Okay, now the formula will remain same, that is tau is equals to S into A bar, and in this case you need to consider this rectangle. So for this rectangle, what will be the area? Now area for this case will be 20 multiplied by this. This is YT. YT is 80. Okay, so it is 20 into 80 mm square. This will be the area. Next, moment of inertia that we have. Next, y bar. Y bar, it is the distance of center of gravity of your area from neutral axis. Means this distance it is nothing but y2 bar. So in this case, y bar is equals to this distance, and this distance it is y2 bar, and value of y2 bar it is 30 mm. Now just put the value. So tau is equals to, formula is S into A into y bar upon IB. What is the value of shear force? The value of shear force in the given numerical, it is 50 into 10 raised to power 3. What is the area here? Area it is 20 into 80, so it is 20 into 80. What is the value of y bar? Y bar it is 30 upon. Moment of inertia 5.33 into 10 raised to power 6. Value of B, that is weight, here 20. So if you simplify this, you will get the value as I think we have mistaken something here. Sorry, by mistake I have you need to modify this y bar. What is y bar? Y bar is the distance of center of gravity of our area. Now this is our area, and for this case we require y bar. So y bar for this case, this distance it is the complete distance it is 80 mm. Okay, so the centroid will lie here, and this distance will be 80 by 2, so which is 40 mm. So y bar in this case it will be 40 mm. So this will be 40. So if you simplify this, you will get the value as 5. You will get the value as 30 Newton per mm square. It is 30 Newton per mm square. So this is how we have find out the shear stress. Now if you want to draw a shear stress distribution diagram for your given beam, then what is the value of neutral axis? At neutral axis the shear stress value is maximum, which is 30. So it is 30 here. For our weight it is 28, so it is 28 here. For our flange it is 5.6, so it is 5.6 here. 30. Next to that it is 28, 5.6. So this will be shear stress distribution diagram for your given beam. This value is 5.625. This value is 28.125. And this value is 30 Newton per mm square. Okay, so this is how we have solved the numerical or shear stress distribution numerical for a T-beam. Okay, so one thing where I have done mistake in the numerical, I have wrongly taken this y bar in previous initial calculation as 30, but one thing which you need to remember always, that y bar is the distance of center of gravity of considered area. Okay, so I have directly take this value as y2 bar, but it is 80 by 2 and 80 by 2 will be 40. So that point you need to keep in mind while solving the numerical. Okay, thank you.